The hunt for a convicted murderer who you see on your screen who escaped a Michigan prison continues at this hour.
When did he pick you up, Cheryl? When and where did he pick you up?
He forced his way into my vehicle in Ionia, Michigan.
ABC 57 News has the very latest on the chilling escape.
Plus, South Bend Common Councilman Henry Davis Jr. is asking for forgiveness for what he calls an unfortunate mistake. But is his apology being accepted?
We start here at 5:30 with the very latest on the search for a convicted killer, a search that has had Shipshewana locked down all day long. Good evening, I'm Brian Dorman.
And I'm Kim Chappell. A manhunt continues at this hour for this man, 40-year-old Michael David Elliott. Police say he escaped from an Ionia correctional facility last night and could be in our area.
ABC 57's Marissa Kirby is live in LaGrange County for us tonight. And Marissa, where are officials right now on this investigation?
Brian, right now they're checking surveillance videos. They're going door to door. They're following up on any leads they've had. Now, let's go back to that picture. I want you guys to get a good look at this. This is who police are looking for today, and this is who they want you to be on the lookout for. This is Michael David Elliott. Now, LaGrange County Sheriff's Department say they were contacted by a resident here in Shipshewana that a vehicle was outside her house that fit the description of what Elliott had stolen just last night before officials were at her house in a matter of minutes, then immediately locked down schools and canvassed the entire area.
What we do know is that the vehicle had been there as early as 5:30 this morning. Okay, so we have no idea at this point. We don't know what time the vehicle was left abandoned, but as early as 5:30, we know that it was there.
Now, this is causing some roadblocks because that is a 7-hour time block in which Elliott could have gotten away. And at this point, police are saying he could be anywhere. Now, they are asking the community to keep an eye out. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it to police department. Live in Shipshewana, Marissa Kirby, ABC 57 News.
And tonight we are hearing more from the 911 call that the victim, Cheryl Van Wormer, made from inside an Elkhart bathroom as she tried to escape from Michael Elliott. Take a listen.
Okay, yep, you're at the Marathon gas station.
Yes.
Okay. He's wearing black pants. He's outside of a '04 red Jeep. Cheryl, does he have long hair, short hair?
Short hair.
Short hair, okay. Is he white, black?
White.
He's white, okay. Facial hair?
I haven't really found it, and I gotta be going back.
No, you just stay there. I have my shift partner on phone with Middlebury Dispatch. You stay there. Do not go outside, okay? You need to stay in the bathroom, okay? Do not leave the bathroom. Is that him?
Yes.
He's knocking on the bathroom door saying, "Let's go."
Wow, hard to hear that. Well, tonight at 6, hear from that dispatcher who took the call and how she walked Cheryl through it all.
And new at 5:30, who is the man behind the search? I spent this afternoon looking into how Michael Elliott ended up in prison in the first place. Listen. This is the most current picture of Michael David Elliott from the Middlebury gas station surveillance video. But this picture was taken nearly 1 year ago at the Ionia Correctional Facility where he is serving life in prison. According to court documents filed in 2009, at the age of just 21 years old, Elliott was convicted of premeditated murder. At the time of the crime in 1993, Elliott was living in Saginaw, Michigan. In the early morning hours of August 8, 1993, Elliott and a partner, Charles Treese, broke into a home in Bentley Township, Michigan, trying to steal money from a drug dealer. They killed 4 people and set the house on fire. Vicki Curry, her boyfriend Michael Tufnell, his brother Bruce Tufnell Jr., and Kathy Lane were all shot and killed. Elliott and 3 other people planned to steal a safe from one of the accomplices' aunt's homes. Charles and Paul Treese and Tammy Lacrosse were with Elliott when the murders were committed. Elliott and another man, Chuck Treese, got out of the car wearing gloves and carrying guns. Elliott carrying a .38 pistol. The other 2 stayed in the car and eventually fell asleep, waking to the sound of gunfire. They saw Elliott and his partner drive by in one of the murder victims' Cadillacs. Then they set the house on fire. Once back together, Elliott told the others that he had shot Michael Tufnell in the head and shot everyone else in the back of the head. One of Elliott's co-defendants testified against him, saying he even laughed about the shootings. Elliott was convicted of first-degree murder in 1994 and was serving a life sentence without parole. And of course, stick with ABC 57 News as we continue to follow this very serious situation as it continues to develop during our 90 minutes of news. You can also catch the latest information that you need to know on our website, abc57.com.
A press conference with no questions from the press allowed. That is what happened this morning when District 2 Councilman Henry Davis Jr. addressed that highly controversial Facebook post he made last week. ABC 57's Megan Schiller's camera was rolling when Davis Jr. read that statement with supporters by his side. She joins us live there with the very latest. And Megan, what did he have to say for himself today?
Well, not much. He did repeat a lot of what he said for about the past week and a half. He did continue to emphasize, though, that controversial post was only posted as a way to start a discussion. Now, he did definitely start a discussion, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't the one that he wanted.
Address an unfortunate mistake regarding a blog and image posted on my personal Facebook page.
An unfortunate mistake that sparked 8 formal complaints at the city clerk's office and 1 police report. Now Councilman Henry Davis Jr. is asking for forgiveness.
Although posted to my Facebook page is not an expression of my personal or political views, many people have found it offensive. It was a mistake on my part, and for that I am truly remorseful, and I ask you for your forgiveness.
His pastor, Andre McGee, says his job is to help the councilman focus on what's next.
He's a great fella, great leader in the community. And while he has already admitted that he made an error in judgment, my job as his pastor basically was to help him apologize and also seek redemption.
Last week, we first introduced you to Becky Kaiser, one of the voices speaking out against Henry Davis Jr. She filed a police report last Thursday and sparked an investigation by South Bend Police Department.
He doesn't listen to the constituents, only his little group. He wants this to go away. It's not going away.
At least not until the Rules Committee meets this Wednesday at 5 p.m. Council President Oliver Davis and Council members Valerie Shea, Dr. Varner, and Dr. Furlick will decide his punishment, if there's one at all. Until then, his supporters insist that this drama is punishment enough.
And my view on Henry as to this day, even after this situation, is he's still an upstanding young man. He responded in a way where he did not say he didn't do it. He apologized.
We can barely get a police call over there in 5 minutes, let alone a leader that is still out here, still trying to serve.
Like I said in my story, the Rules Committee will meet this Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Now, that committee does consist of the President, Oliver Davis, of that committee, as well as council members Valerie Shea, Dr. Varner, and Dr. Furlick. They can decide to dismiss the whole thing altogether, or they can pull in the rest of the committee to come up with a verdict. They also can issue a public or a private censure. They can ask him to resign, or they can turn the whole thing over to the prosecutor's office. Reporting live in South Bend, Megan Schiller, ABC 57 News.
Well, that story is far from over. The weather story far from over, too. It seems like it is just reoccurring, one snowstorm after another.
Yeah, don't let these sunny skies fool you, because more snow is on the way, another 6 inches. Let's get right over to our Chief Meteorologist, Jamie Martin, tracking that next snowstorm. Jamie.
Yeah, guys, once again, staying very busy out here as far as the weather goes, only getting a slight break right now. In fact, winter storm watch is back in effect across the area as we head through the afternoon and evening hours for our Tuesday all the way through 1 p.m. In fact, coming up on our Wednesday afternoon, most likely going to become warnings by late this evening and into the overnight hours. The very latest timing into your neighborhood coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
And as the snow continues to pile up in Niles, the places to safely store it continue to decrease. Tonight, the city is reminding residents and businesses of its snow removal laws. They're suggesting that as you clear your property of snow, to not shovel it onto the streets. They urge you to leave your snow on your own property. If not, you will be cited $185.
And ahead of tomorrow's snowstorm, Goshen is trying to clear the streets now. If you live there, you are asked to help out here. Starting today, an odd-even emergency parking order is in effect. That means simply that on odd number days, like today, you need to park on the side of the street with the odd number addresses, and vice versa, of course, for even days. This also means that you can ignore the no parking signs if necessary.
A meeting has been set to consider an emergency loan for Benton Harbor, and this could mean big changes for the city. The local Emergency Financial Assistance Loan Board is scheduled to meet tomorrow at 2.
Leaders in Indiana cities and towns can now apply for money to get rid of abandoned houses. The Lieutenant Governor and other legislative leaders announced just this morning the federal government has approved the use of $75 million of Indiana's hardest hit fund to eliminate blight. The money is allocated to the Hoosier State to allow communities to tear down thousands of abandoned homes and determine plans for the properties.
Investigators are poring over thousands of documents, texts, and emails, trying to find out if Chris Christie was really in the dark about that bridge scandal.
Why a few of the formerly in the Christie camp say that it was planned political payback.
And how does that western drought affect your pocketbook right here in Michiana? We're going to tell you.
Well, the drought here, we are still talking about more snow on the way. We'll have the very latest numbers coming up.